Hey everyone, it's Justin here with LethbridgeRealEstate.com, and I just wanted to quickly talk to you today about how guaranteed purchase programs or how guaranteed sale programs work. I've heard a lot of people asking me about them lately, so I just wanted to give you a quick rundown on how that works and why sometimes it's not in your best interest to do it. First, every realtor, caveat, almost every realtor will offer you to buy your house. That is a no-brainer, and at the end when I show you this, you'll know exactly why. So I'm going to give you an example on how these programs work, and then you can decide if it's for you or not. So let's say you have a $400,000 house. Okay, you want to sell that house. This is the market value. So let's call this the fair market value. That's what you want to sell for. That's what everything else has been kind of selling for, within a few $1,000s in there for negotiations. Let's say a realtor comes in and says, I'll guarantee I'll buy your house in 30, 60, 90 days, whatever it is they choose. Let's just use 60 for an example. So at 60 days, they guarantee they will buy your home. But what if it's at 80% of fair market value? And I'm being generous at 80%. I've seen some down in the US at 70%. So let's say it's 80%. So obviously that's $320,000. Okay, so if your house was today worth $400,000, in 60 days, would you sell it to me for $320,000? Because I will buy that, and almost every other realtor will buy it. So that's kind of the gimmick. Of course, anyone will buy it. You can actually just ask your neighbor, hey, do you want to buy this place for 80% of the value? And then what will typically happen is at 15 days, you'll have to drop the price to $390,000. And at 30 days, you have to drop it to $380,000. And then at 45 days, maybe you got to go to $370,000. So typically, in this range, a buyer's just going to come up. Buyers are pretty smart. If they know that a house is worth about $400,000, they're probably going to try to offer you $390,000, somewhere in that range to get a deal. So at the 15-day mark, you might just get an offer because someone goes, oh, $390,000, yeah, I'll offer them $385,000 and I got a good deal. At the 30-day mark, $380,000, of course they'll take it. And at 45 days at $370,000, if they haven't taken it, well then yeah, I guarantee you I'll buy that for $320,000, because then all I would do the next day is you'd put it back on the market for $350,000, and then the realtor makes themselves a pretty little profit. So if you really want that as your sales technique, that's how the guaranteed sales programs work. So you need to be careful when you see that online or anything that someone says, hey, I guarantee I'll buy your house. Yes, every person will buy your house at 80%. I can almost guarantee you do not need any help for that. If you need help listing and selling your home, you need to check the track record of who you're hiring. If your best friend's a realtor, you should hire them. That's a no-brainer. But if you're interviewing a few people, you ask them their stats, get them to show you. Don't tell me how many you sold and if you're the number one. Show me the stats from the MLS system and then prove it. And that's what our team would like to do for you if we can. Again, this is Justin from LethbridgeRealEstate.com. If you have any more questions about how guaranteed programs work, please give me a buzz. If you're thinking about selling your home and you want to talk about that kind of system, trust me, we've bought houses before. We can help you if you need it sold right now. But if you want to do it the normal way and make the most amount of money, give us a call and we'll give you a little bit of help there. Thanks. Talk to you soon.